listen. You can be a card part too.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another edition of the award-eligible True Sports Card Show. It's a big day at the shop. Big day. With a Hall of Famer on his way for a special appearance as we speak. Also in today's episode, Topps new basketball cards are here, their first in 15 years. And, of course, the Kings celebrated their home opener with a win and the beam last night. And now here's a guy who helped make that happen with his tireless support. A guy who always throws his groceries in the shopping cart the way Rick Barry used to shoot free throws. Mr. True Sports Cards himself. You read about him in the Bee, the San Jose Mercury News. He's right here. Emerson Pilati. It's his show. He's the man. Yeah. Yeah!
I'm waiting for the clapping to stop, but I certainly don't want it to.
Okay. Welcome.
Good morning, Whitey
Welcome to your
Gleason.
own show, Emerson Pilati.
Good morning, Whitey Gleason. We're excited to have Rick Barry in shop today. He's going to be signing autographs roughly about noon. The reason why I know that I don't have to rush in order to make the signings, I got to go pick him up from his hotel room. So as soon as we get done here, I'll go pick up Rick, and then we'll start the signing. So there are tickets still available if you'd like to come by the shop. 6661 Stanford Ranch here in Rockland. And just $60 and you get to meet Rick, get the authentication, get your autograph. And then we also have custom jerseys available for sale for $45. Those are Rick Barry Golden State jerseys, and it has all the statistics on it. Oof. So it has all the statistics embroidered on it, everything from Hall of Fame to how many points he scored. I have some really cool stuff. I shared it with you last week. I ordered some things that I wanted Rick to sign, including those tickets from the Oaks. Was it the Oaks?
No, I think it was the Washington Capitals, which
Caps.
is a team the Oaks became.
Right.
On their way to becoming the Virginia Squires.
I did also get a couple of tickets of when Rick scored 51 points on his birthday. So I have those tickets too, unused. So
that's tremendous.
Yeah, so we're going to have him sign some of those too. So
I know there's probably a lot of younger people that have kind of heard the name but don't really know, which is understandable. And I'm not here to give you, get off my lawn segment, but Rick Barry probably is underrated because he was a truly great passing forward. He was a little ahead of his time, and he was one of those 75 anniversary.
Correct. So it's interesting.
Tremendous player.
Rick has a real, I wouldn't say that he's troubled by it, but he certainly goes, 75th, I was in the 50.
Yes, he was.
So he will
More
inscribe
club.
He will inscribe NBA 75 if that's what somebody wants. But he's like, why would you want that when 50 is less than 75?
Right.
So I would say that if we were to force rank players all time, I think Rick is inside the top 40. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's inside the top 40. When you think of the 75, there's a lot of incredible players, but we tend to have recency bias. Where does Giannis? I know Giannis is on the 75 team. Lillard is on the 75 team. Carmelo's on the 75 team. So we're talking about the 75 greatest players of all time. But do they rank ahead of Rick? Maybe because we've seen Carmelo score, or we've seen, Iverson, or we've seen these guys that are in, but not necessarily. Maybe we're just a little bit recency bias.
Speaking of the 75 team, it was 1975 when Rick Barry led the Warriors to the championship. And it was, I'm old enough to remember that, it was one of the most surprising things I've ever seen in my whole life. That nobody thought the Warriors were going to win the championship that year. Not only did they get to the finals, they swept Washington in games that were actually played at the Cow Palace because the Oakland Coliseum was being used for, I don't know, the circus or the ice capades or something. So they moved the NBA Finals to the Cow Palace, and the Warriors swept Washington.
Well, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
Was it the ice capades or not? Because if it was the ice capades, it's understandable.
I have to check. It was something that they had already, they scheduled the arena for it because they had no idea the Warriors are going to be in the finals.
It's like the Kings locking off the Golden One Center for the finals.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. That's the kind of equivalent.
So they'd have to play at Memorial or something. Yeah,
that's wild. And if I'm not mistaken, the 75 NBA Finals was preempted anyways. So, they played it later because they didn't want to mess up with the primetime programming.
I don't know I know we saw it live out here, and I'm not sure they had started doing that yet.
Maybe they did that on a national level?
Maybe.
Wow.
But it was one of those things that almost literally was unbelievable as it was happening.
Well, yeah. So we have the Hall of Famer Rick Barry, who is one of the prolific scorers of all time. Whenever you see stuff where Curry has this insane finals game, and they show where he's force ranked in the scoring of it all. Rick is always in that conversation. He's always somewhere there in the top 3 or 4 in the scoring. And you got to remember that the NBA 3-point line wasn't prevalent back then. It wasn't anything. So there's a lot of 2s and free throws.
Yes.
A lot of 2s and granny shots.
Yeah. They did have the 3-point line when he was in the ABA, but he really didn't shoot that many.
No, he was too busy scoring. He's a mid-range jumper.
If he played now, he would light it up. But anyway, that's great. He's going to be at the shop today.
Speaking
of light it up, how about those Kings?
I had a great time. I know that you guys were at Revival doing your drive-back show, pregame show. Did you ever make it back into the building? Or did you? Oh, you did. Okay, so you were hanging out in media row or something?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah. And so I got a couple tickets. This is now my, 6th year in a row. I've only missed one home opener in many years. So 6 in a row. I think I missed one way back 7 years ago, but then I went to the other ones at Arco. So I don't miss home openers. It's one of my traditions. Beckett wasn't with me last night. Jessica wasn't with me. They were with me usually. But I had a great time. I don't mind nail biters like that. I would have been upset if we lost.
Sure.
But those competitive games are what I care about.
We've had 2 games and they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're competitive. That's what I want to see. And I think that the fan base's concern is, are we getting blown out? Are we going to play poorly? And so far, so good. I think we're actually showing it. No Keegan, no Neek Clifford last night. I don't know what happened with Neek. Was there a reason?
Hamstring.
Oh no.
After the first game, yeah. So he's going to be
These guys with their hammies, man.
Yeah.
All the way around. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you go, somebody's got hammy problems. Mm-hmm. Guys, touch your toe stretches, please. What's going on here? What a great game. Had an exciting finish to it. I think Anthony has the final play. Anthony, do you mind playing that, please?
The inbounder, marking in position, low left post, defended by Westbrook. Waiting for the inbounds pass. Couple of ball fakes. Now he gets it in play. It's grabbed by Keontae George. He shakes. He turns. Tough shot. Air ball. No good. Sacramento continues their domination of the Jazz, winning for the 9th straight time. And for the first time in front of fans in this building, they have won on a season opening night at Golden One Center. The final score is 105-104.
Yeah, the first time they'd won in front of fans there, because as our friend Deuce Mason pointed out, the only time the Kings had won a home opener at the Golden One was during the pandemic when they didn't have any people. But great call. No surprise by the G-Man, who pointed out that was a tough shot by George, who's a really good player, but Dennis Schroeder shut him down. Kings win it with grit last night, Emron.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. It's interesting because I went with my buddy Darren a few weeks back. We talked about me emceeing his 50th birthday party, and I was that guy that showed up with no gift. So I was like, I probably should take him to a game. So got the tickets, took him to the game, had a wonderful time. And near the end, when Sabonis hit that shot, the game, what ended up being the game winner, Darren got excited, jumped out of his seat, knocks over his soda that was in the cup, lands all over my free shirt that they gave. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to take this shirt home. It's soaked in your soda that you dripped all over it. He grabs my popcorn bucket that I had been eating popcorn out of the whole time, dumps the popcorn out, puts my wet T-shirt soaked with his soda in the popcorn bucket, goes, my son Logan's going to love your shirt. I'm going to throw it in the washing machine and take it with it.
Did anything get on the seat that was supposed to be mine until you rescinded my invitation?
I told you that you were welcome to sit with us. We had 2 tickets, 3 people. I said, Whitey, I have a comfortable lap for you to sit on. Right? My legs are a little bonier than they used to be. I'm on Ozempic. So
well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm losing weight.
You.
I'm just 7 Ozempic shots away from my body weight that I want. We're looking for sponsors for the show. I've actually moved to Monjourno. I'm a diabetes type 2 guy, so it's not like I'm doing it for fashion. It's for health.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you think I was just doing it for vanity? The answer is yes, but that's not the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. So tremendous win last night, and it's been a crazy basketball season for so many reasons, good and bad, but also for basketball fans who are collectors. They're finally here. I know we've been talking about them for weeks and weeks, Cameron. Topps new basketball cards, they're first in, 15 years?
15 years.
I'll bet they're flying off the shelves.
They are selling very well. However, I told people, proceed with caution as far as the investment side of things. Topps flagship is a lot like Topps flagship baseball. They'll be plentiful. They'll be around a lot. They'll be in places that you would even not expect them to be. Whether it's Dick's Sporting Goods, your local grocery store, Target, Walmart, Lids. The job for Fanatics, who owns Topps, is to make sure that basketball cards are in the hands of as many people as possible. So when you have these cards that are going to be plentiful, your Cooper Flag base cards, they'll be plentiful. Do not spend tons of money on them. However, numbered versions, autograph versions, etc. Yes, spend that money, chase after those. It's going to be, when you have numbered cards, that's a better than base investment. Just don't get into the hype where, I pulled a Cooper Flag base card. I think I'm going to get it graded and put
retire.
And retire. That's what all of us said with our 1988 Topps complete sets.
Yep.
Right? Baseball.
Yep.
Where we drag it from house to house as we move around going, this is my retirement. They often call me the Grim Reaper. Multiple reasons why. One of them
I've seen it.
One of them is they bring in everything. They're excited. And I go, good news or bad news? Good news first. I have none. Here's the bad news. 1988 Topps, these sets go for about $15. So you'd give me $15? No. I would give you $9. I don't want that. And I don't think that we're ever going to get to that level. However, we are close with a lot of products. When Panini does Prism, I'm not picking on Panini. I'm just saying in general.
Poor Panini.
Yeah, poor Panini. But whether it's Panini or Topps or any other, when they do the massive ones that go to retail, non-numbered, with these manufactured sub parallels like pink cracked ice unnumbered, they're worth almost the same as the base. So don't let retail fool you. If you can, buy hobby. If you can, buy jumbo. So right now we have hobby on our shelf at $229. I know that some places are selling it for a little bit higher. I can't think of anybody locally that I know of that's selling it for less, but maybe they are. But $229 we have hobby on our shelf, and then we have jumbo at $445. So hobby is one auto or relic, and jumbo is one autograph guaranteed and one relic guaranteed.
Okay.
And a better chance of actual parallels and numbered cards and stuff.
Relic
like
being jersey swatch
Correct.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to see it opened. Many people say, what do you think of it? We don't open our boxes. We just don't. We leave it for our customers. So unless the customer opened it in the store, we don't really see what's there. But so far, what I've seen online, pretty cool stuff. The Cooper Flag Superfractor non-auto was pulled.
Cooper
though.
Super, I call it.
I'm glad that you called it that, because that rhymes. You're a poet and didn't even realize that you were making words rhyme together.
That's correct.
Is that how it's...
Back.
1, 2, 3, Nick rocks. So yeah, I would just say that I wouldn't say proceed with caution, proceed with fun. This is
Sure.
No expectations. Have a great time opening the product. I love seeing Topps LeBron again. Topps LeBron in a Lakers uniform. This is fun to see.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
excited.
looking forward to it. It's kind of as you know, one of my things I collect is old basketball, Topps basketball, and Fleer. So this is awesome.
And not only that, but that's I know that you demand things to be on air with me, and Topps. I think you said I have to have 7 jumbo boxes or this ain't gonna work anymore, is what you told me.
Initially it was 7, but that's gone up.
I want one auto and one relic guaranteed.
All I said was I want one jumbo for every 3 Aaron Gordon makes against the Warriors on Thursday night. That's all. And he made 10. Did you see, by the way, real quick, did you happen to see that? The NBA is dealing with all the fallout from all the gambling allegations. And then, the official NBA outlets are trying to just focus on the basketball. And then on Inside the NBA, Ernie Johnson Thursday night says, by the way, everything going on, there's no way around this. Aaron Gordon made 10 three-pointers tonight. That's the most in an NBA opener for any player since 2010 when Terry Rozier made 10 threes
facts
in an
are
opener,
facts.
And then he just kind of shrugs.
Facts are facts.
Yeah, what can I tell you?
I will say this, and we don't have to spend too much on the gambling aspect, but we'll touch on it. Terry Rozier's basketball downfall has been very obvious. This guy was a bucket getter, 15 to 20 a game, could score. it looked like he had never. It looked like somebody that didn't want to be on a team, so they faked like they were terrible in order to tank to be on the other team. Like he's a right-handed player that decided to play shooting with his left hand. That's how bad he was playing. Air balls. Like, I'm going to go back to when I played in the Stockton City League. Of course, this is, equivalent to NBA level stuff here.
Yeah, I think it's superior.
When we had the Stockton City League and I played on my team, they had a mercy rule. It was like 30 points. If you were up by 30 points with 10 minutes left, they would just call the game. Well, we're all amped and we're all these, 30-something-year-olds playing basketball. We wanted to play. So we'd kill some of these teams. I had really good players on my team. And we'd be up like 40 or 30. And then we just oops, we dropped the ball into your hands, other team. Because we didn't want the game to end early.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like Terry Rozier was doing. Oops, I dribbled it off my foot and it went out of bounds. The Chauncey thing, I am a poker player. People do know that. This is some egregious accusations here, if this is really true. Guys wearing contact lenses that allow them to see marked
X-ray
cards.
Tables? Yeah.
X-ray tables. I mean, this is sophisticated. So, good luck, Chauncey. Hopefully you can beat those allegations. But if it's rich guys taken from rich guys. I mean, it's not like, they're taking food out of people's mouths that can't afford this. It's just rich guys taken from rich guys. Whatever happens. But I will tell you that the Portland Trail Blazers last night said, these Warriors, they're going to feel our wrath. Let's do it for Chauncey.
Do it for Chauncey.
And they whooped them by 20 points.
Yes.
It was a back-to-back, and Steph did play, a lot of minutes. But yeah, they're doing it for Chauncey.
That was suspicious. If I'm the Warriors, I'm investigating whether they have an X-ray court where they can see what the Warriors are planning in their huddle, things like that.
Yeah, with having the plays already mapped out, they already know what was going to happen.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
How old is Steph Curry, Anthony? Can you fact check us? Is Steph Curry like 36 or 37? He's on my fantasy team while he's checking.
He's 37.
This guy is still doing, I think he's top 3 in our fantasy league right now. He's crushing it. He had 7 3-pointers last night. The night before he was 6 for 12. The night after he's 7 for 14. This guy's getting real timeless. Him, LeBron. LeBron's now, 40?
Yeah.
With sciatica. But when he comes back, he's going to be good for 23 and 8. These guys are lasting much longer than they used to.
Yeah, like Tom Brady. That's what everyone says. The players today I think the players always get better. Not only do they get better, but now the players have the advantage of the superior, medical attention and also superior knowledge of the nutrition. And yeah, obviously some of the things that guys are doing now that you just mentioned, there was a time when it was probably physically impossible.
Right.
In the 60s and 70s.
When you look at some of these guys, say for example, Gaylord Perry. Okay, look at his old cards. Look at his 1982, 1983 cards.
I have his.
You're like, oh my God, what is this guy? 70 years?
Okay?
Is this guy 70 years old?
It looks like one of those coaches' cards.
Yeah, you look at the card, he's like 36 years old. You're like, oh my, what? Use some moisturizer, right? Some Just for Men hair coloring or something. These guys look old. And you look at some of these guys now, it's like, wow, they're really in great shape, still playing. I mean, Curry at 37 would smoke a 20-year-old, no problem. One of the greatest players of all time, of course. But I'm just saying, stamina-wise, he's still running around the court. He's still going through all those screens.
Oh, yeah.
Which is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I was talking to Coach Kerr one time, doing an interview with him. And, Kevon Looney did an incredible thing where his career almost ended. He had some back problems, and he reinvented himself physically and went through all kinds of rigorous training and revived his career. And I asked Steve Kerr if, hey, is Loon the player on the team is in the best shape? And he said, oh no, Curry's in better shape.
Yeah. It's interesting too is that Saric has been playing a lot of minutes. Well, not a lot of minutes. He's been playing
more than we thought, probably.
For sure. We thought he was probably number 11 or 12 on the bench, right? And he's been playing some minutes, but that guy's leg injuries have been noted as terrible to where they thought maybe this guy would be maybe a 2 to 5 minute a game guy. Not saying that we expect 15 or 20 minutes from a guy like that, but he was first off the bench last night, even before Monk. So, it's amazing what today's modern medicine can do for these players. Before we get too far away from the game, let's spend a little bit more time on that. But I definitely want to talk about GOAT level players increase in values, and I have Steph Curry's numbers up here in a second. Let's finish the conversation about last night's game, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sellout crowd, according to the box score in my hand, and just a win that I think Kings fans needed to start to, just celebrate opening night. There's going to be a lot of questions about this team. Who is this team? Where are they going to go? We'll find out, but it was nice just to get one last night at home for everybody.
I'm a big fan of effort, and watching Russell Westbrook come in and play.
And he lit the beam, right?
He did lit the beam. It was awesome. I think he's a lot like where Vince Carter was at the end of his career. I think Vince had one more year behind us. I think he went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russell knows where he's at as far as in his career, and you could just tell he has this joy about him. I think when he was playing on the Nuggets, playing on the Lakers, there was this sense of championship or bust. If we don't win, Russ, you're going to be a scapegoat, at least one of them on the team. I don't know Russ. I've never talked to him in my life. I don't know anything about him. But body language-wise, watching basketball for my entire life, this guy's really enjoying where he's at right now.
Yeah, he had a good game statistically last night. He helped them win. The first night, a little iffy, his first game back, but last night he had a good game.
For a guy that didn't have a training camp,
yeah,
that's expected on the first game rust. And our boy, the guy that I own 300 autographed jerseys for, Malik Monk. Gotta love Malik.
He's just lighting it up from three now.
He's back. Exciting. Hit 6 threes yesterday. Clutch ones. I just love seeing Malik. And the fact that he went through so much through the offseason of, are you going to get traded? Are you part of this Kuminga trade that we talk about daily here at 1140? Like, to put that all aside and say, now that that's done, let me get back to what I do best, which is balling out. So great energy. And did you watch the first game in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phoenix. You didn't go to that, did you?
I was trying to, but there was no flight home back within that same night. We made the drive.
Yeah.
No big deal. You are a drive guy. He went for this monstrous dunk. Missed it. He was a little off. It's almost like
his point though.
Yeah, like I'm gonna come and mash this on your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Money Malik getting back to business.
The bench played well last night.
Yes.
The bench played really well for the Kings last
night. No, not much Maxime. I would have liked to seen him. I don't think he even played.
He did not, nor did Cardwell.
They're the two big guys.
Yeah.
Which is strange because they were going against the Jazz that had these massive lineup. I think with the exception of Keontae George, everybody was over 6'7", because it was
their starting lineup was 6'7", 6'11", 7 and 7, and the guard.
Who's 6'11"? Marking it?
Filipowski's officially 6'11".
Oh, I thought he was 7-footer. I was like, dude, they're starting 3 7-footers.
Yeah, and then they couldn't grab that rebound that Domas snatched and scored with.
Yes, incredible. So happy. Domas, make your free throws. We love you, man, but you got to make your free throw. Take that scare away of loss versus tie on a 2.
Yeah. Great night. And then Lakers coming to town tomorrow.
The sciatica LeBron-less Lakers. But
Luka's got Laker record for most points.
92 points.
2 games, if that's a thing.
Let's talk about GOATs.
Yeah.
Because you just said Luka. I think
he's not there yet, is he?
He's Hall of Famer already.
Okay, but GOATs, I mean, we're talking about the guys who are beyond any potential fluctuations in value, apparently, right? That's what we're talking about?
Luka's 26, 27, Anthony? Correct me? I want to say Luka's like 27. So he's probably
Let me check on that.
He's probably got 6 prime years left. Is my guess.
The thing,
he's
though.
26. And he has 92 points.
Yeah.
In the first 2 games.
Already, yeah.
And I wouldn't wish this on anyone. He still something could happen physically where his values would fall. Whereas to me, the GOATs are like their card values ain't going down no matter what happens, barring a real scandal.
Luka fat is Embiid fit, right? And people kept calling Luka kind of fat. You always bite your tongue when I'm self-deprecating. My voice sounds terrible right now. It always sounds like that, Emran, he says.
No, I was biting my tongue over Luka. I try not to.
Luka fat is
Emran.
Luka fat is Emran fit. I've never seen that before, Emran. Fit? You
I
fit?
did not say anything.
Yeah, no, you said it with your eyes.
No, I was saying it with my eyes about Luka.
Okay.
But I don't think he's quite there yet. I know he's on that path.
Luka came to town when I was getting married. He was there the game, like within that day.
Wait, he came to town because you were getting married? Is that what you're trying to suggest?
I'm not good at explaining things. This radio thing's new to me. I'm only 2 years in.
The glasses aren't helping as much today, frankly.
Yeah, I'm tired. That game was. I was at dessert diner with Jay until almost 1 o'clock.
Very nice.
Eating cake last night.
I wasn't invited.
But what I'm saying is that like we did like this thing, this bottles and Barlow thing right before my wedding, where I took my groomsmen out. We got shaves and had some beverages right before.
Yeah.
And Luca was having lunch because they came the night before because they were playing that game that night. And he was having a beer at like, I don't know, 11 o'clock, having a beer with, I can't remember the other players that were with him. And I was like, this guy just doesn't, he's not really thinking about fitness or eating well at this time.
I hope you told him.
I went like this, drink more. I need you guys to lose tonight. But I guess he's just renewed himself in the sense of saying, I want to get back on track. I want to be the very best I can be. I need my body in a condition that is going to be at top notch, and he's done it.
Some will tell you that may be one of the reasons why Dallas parted company with him. That's one of the things you kind of hear through the grapevine. Obviously, the team doesn't want to come out if they really feel that way. I don't even know if it's true, but it's one of the things you hear is like, well, they weren't sure that they want to invest that much money into him, given that he doesn't always take the best care of himself.
If Cooper Flagg,
I'll put it that way.
If they had not luckily hit the less than 2% chance of getting the number 1 pick, Dallas Mavericks would be the laughingstock, or was up until then, and would have continued being the laughingstock. Like, you dummy, you traded him in the middle of the night, didn't even find out the general market for this guy, and you traded with a company or a business that I don't know. Nico has a lot of background with some of the, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Fire Nico chants reemerged last night because they lost again. Cooper Flagg had a good game.
18.
Yeah, but they're 0-2.
Game 1, he has scored 10.
He lost 4 games at Duke. 4 games, and
he's halfway there.
He's 0-2.
He's halfway there.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a better group. I want every team that's supposed to be above the Kings in standings this year to lose every game possible.
Well, and yeah, that's one of the reasons last night's win was so big, because Utah's not supposed to be above you. So you at least got to beat the teams that are supposed to be below you.
And the Clippers are 0-2, I think, if I did that right. Pelicans are 0-1. There's some 0-2. Oh, yeah, the Clippers, I think, are 0-2. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Okay, I wanted to talk about GOAT conversations.
Yes.
GOAT cards, right?
Clippers are 1-1.
Clippers are 1-1. They did win.
Yeah.
They played last night. That's right. Brooke Lopez is on my fantasy
because
team.
the Rockets are 0-2.
Yes.
The Clippers beat the Rockets after the Rockets lost to OKC.
The team jumper, Kevin Durant. I hope you get 0-82 this year, baby. Stop trying to ring chase. Jump into the next team that you forced the hand to be traded to.
I will say this about the GOATs, because I know you collect these 86, 87 Michael Jordan cards,
My
right?
favorite
It's not
card.
one that you actually not sell.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I have
you
sold.
collect.
Yeah, I have 17 of them.
An autographed 86, 87 Michael Jordan has become the highest selling aftermarket autograph trading card. Aftermarket means they didn't sign it and then sell it. Someone bought it, then had them sign it. $2.7 million in a recent private sale. That's according to Golden.
I won't tell you who bought it, but let me just say, when I have that card in my hand, I cannot wait. I can't afford $2.7 million. I can't afford $2.7.
PSA 9. 9 for the card, 10 for the autograph.
Oh, so then it may not have been that private signing that we talked about a while back.
I'm not sure.
Because Jordan had done 10 cards that were PSA 10s that he had signed and then got autograded. Sounds like a different one. 2.7 million.
2.7
Well, that
million.
sets the tone for the 10-10s that were signed middle of last year, where Jordan had signed 10 of them in front of PSA employees. You heard about that?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think
10 PSA 10s were cracked. Jordan signed all of them in front of a PSA employee, handed it right back to PSA.
And then they got 8s.
Then they got 3s. Whoever cracked them really messed up. Steph Curry cards are seeing unprecedented numbers as
Why?
far rookie cards. Unprecedented numbers. Shohei Ohtani, unprecedented numbers.
Yes.
Ken Griffey Jr. Upper Deck, 1989 Upper Deck, PSA 10, unprecedented numbers. We're seeing insane numbers. Griffey, as an example, went from $1,900 last year, PSA 10, to $3,200 earlier this year. It's now in upwards of $5,000. What is happening? I have a theory. I think I'm right, but I think I'm always right.
What's your theory,
even
Darwin?
when I'm wrong? My theory? What?
What's your theory, Darwin?
Darwin, here's the theory. People are getting real jaded about buying cards for investment purposes of current players and watching them precipitously decline in value. Examples in place. CJ Stroud was the person that you wanted to collect out of 23 football, right? That year. We at the store had one of our great customers pull the CJ Stroud Nebula out of Mosaic. We helped it facilitate the sale. We sold it for $15,000 for him. Pulled out of a current. CJ Stroud, for some reason last year, had nearly a 40% drop in value. I wouldn't say that he had the best season, but it wasn't, a bad season. It was just, can you keep the rookie hype
His
up?
trajectory flattened out.
So when you
It
start,
didn't really go down, but it definitely flattened out.
it went down in some cases, and I would say a lot of cases. And it's like, well, what happened? So you have all these jaded CJ Stroud investment collectors that go, what just happened? I think we're seeing that right now, truly, with Jaden Daniels. He was the guy to collect last year.
I came very close to getting one of his rookie cards, to your point, at your store. I came very close. And you probably still have them. And I'm glad right now that I didn't.
Anthony, can you check the Commanders record, please? The Commanders are
3-5? No, they can't be 3-5. 2-3?
3-3, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, we've got Jaden Daniels.
They're 3-4.
3-4. Jaden Daniels had been hurt. Mariota was starting for him for some period of time. People are just like, what am I doing? So there's a reinvestment into those that are bulletproof, ones that are just not going to go down. And when you start to see this influx of people going, I'm tired of playing this Jaden Daniels game or this CJ Stroud game, so let me buy a 89 Upper Deck Griffey PSA 10. Oh,
Yeah.
you want one too? Because you feel the same way? Well, I'm going to bid a little bit above you.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're going to bid above me? I think I'm going to bid a little bit above you. This is a card that's somewhat plentiful, right? As far as the actual card itself. Maybe not so much in the PSA 10 form, but that's what makes it even more valuable.
I don't know how common that philosophy is that you just described, but you just described almost to a T my personal philosophy. Who cares? But that's exactly the way I've been looking at it over the last couple of years. I've gone on that path, like this hot rookie, that hot rookie, that hot rookie. Then you realize, oh, wow, I'm not getting a bang for my buck. Well, let's go after vintage cards, especially graded ones.
I have a great friend. His name is Joe Cunningham. He's a listener of our show. He's probably listening right now.
Joe C.
Joe C. We call him 001. He was my first customer that ever walked in the door to buy cards from us. That's how I met him. He was our first customer ever. He was 001. And Joe sold me, I think, every piece of his vintage collection, all SEC graded. He sold it to me a few weeks back. His son is in competitive golf. He wanted to reinvest back into that. So he sold me his entire collection. And he had some 68, 67 Mickey Mantles, 68 Mays, all in SEC 7 form. Well, I put them in the case and they flew. People were like, oh my goodness. And I think what people realize is like a 7 in vintage is like a 10 modern, and even harder in that case. So while people are maybe saying, I would love to do some more mutual fund versions of investing instead of these wild stocks, I would love a Mantle, I would love a Maze. But I watched Griffey play. So their version of vintage is the Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 10. Their version of vintage is Michael Jordan 86 Fleer.
Kind of like what happened with classic rock. Classic rock was like the Rolling Stones and Beatles.
And now
right?
it's...
And you get a point like, is Pearl Jam classic
Is
rock?
the Chili Peppers really classic rock?
So, So I know
this is old school. What is it, Nirvana? That's old school?
Yeah.
How old am I?
The people that make the decisions on the, like a classic rock station, they actually have to make those decisions. Like, is this song now in our format? So anyway, I know exactly
You're
what
right.
you're talking about. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But you look back, you're like, I mean, I just had my 30-year high school reunion a few weeks back, and I was like, wow, I'm old, and it was just in a blink of an eye.
Is Ken Griffey Jr. now classic rock?
Yes.
That's what we're getting at here.
That's wild to me. Right? So crazy. But you're seeing unprecedented numbers, and let's get to the World Series because I have an unprecedented number here for you too.
All right.
You were flipping between the World Series and the Kings game yesterday.
Yes.
Both riveting, important games.
Yes,
but
and I happened to catch the Blue Jays' big inning. And then I also know that Toronto fans who remember that Shohei had flirted with signing there, they were giving him the chant last night. I've never heard this one. We don't need you. Now, he did hit a home run late, but it didn't matter.
There was one chant. I've heard that chant before. My ex-girlfriend, as I was driving away with all my stuff.
Oh, is that where it started?
Yes.
Is that where they got it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I had the
The
box of...
announcers didn't mention that.
I had the box of all my stuff leaving the house. We don't need you. I was like, who? As I'm driving away, who's we? You and your 9 cats? I'm still bitter. I love my wife, but still bitter.
I have a lot of friends that are Dodger fans. I mean, really, honest to goodness, good friends. My mom was a Dodger fan, but let's go Jays.
So does Vlad Guerrero's cards go up?
No. I mean, you tell me. I
He
don't
wasn't.
think so.
He wasn't the guy that really was the driving force last night. Who hit the grand slam?
Barger.
Of course,
Yeah.
Let's see if Barger cards went up.
Yeah.
They went from who to, I think I have one in my
And
in my
he
penny box somewhere.
Rushed it.
This whole, if you guys are watching the World Series right now, as these guys hit home runs, they put on some sort of like a suit jacket on the guy. It's fun.
I like that one.
These
The
Blue
Mariners
Jays are
with the
fun.
Trident.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but the suit jacket, I think it has patches for all the places where the players on the team are from or something.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Baseball is one of those, the writers are all, the game of baseball shouldn't have this and they shouldn't have that. Just real curmudgeon-y and crotchety. And these guys are like, nah, we're going to Savannah banana this today.
Well, look at the guy the Giants just hired.
A young
Vitello, yeah,
a young
college
coach
guy.
that's never had any MLB experience. This is going to be
very
fun.
brash. We'll see how that goes.
Nothing wrong with that. My
Well,
kind
we'll
of
see.
my kind of guy.
Uh-huh.
So when we talk about GOATs, even with Ohtani losing last night with the Dodgers, his cards continue to go up.
So is it, and I don't know if
And he
you're
hit
in
a
the
home run
business-
last night.
Yeah. I don't know if you're in the business of giving advice, so I don't mean to put you in opposition.
Yeah,
but-
I like to go on the radio and not tell anybody what
well,
to do.
I mean like actual investing advice.
I don't
know.
I trust my own instincts and I trust our listeners to make their own decisions. But what you won't get from us is compromised ideas because we are, beholden to a thought process because somebody sponsors us in a way. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'd like to be sponsored by somebody, but not sponsored by anybody at the moment.
I'm not sure what all that was, but I got you.
Hey, you'll never catch me, cover. That's my voice that I use when I'm trying to stay away from something.
Is it time to sell Ohtani cards? That's the question. Because the hype right now.
There's one more level.
Really?
There's one more level. I think it's a
What
world.
if they lose this series?
He's going to win an MVP. We're just waiting for the announcement, right? He's one more level. If he MVPs and they get a World Series championship, there's one more level, and I think that's when you sell. I would even say that, let's just say that the fortunes turned around and they go 3-1, and then the Dodgers are on the brink of winning, and the Blue Jays would have to win 3 in a row. I'd sell that week.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's what I would do.
By the way, Rich Ficker from San Diego on the YouTube chat. If Monk keeps shooting like he did last night, my card I got from True Sports should be climbing in value. Monk autographed rookie
Love
card.
it. Love it. Keep climbing in value. If he keeps climbing in value, that means the Kings are winning.
Mm-hmm. But as far as Ohtani goes, Ohtani's 2018 Topps number 700 card with a PSA 10. We're talking base stuff, Emran, but with a PSA 10. Sold in late April, on average, $180. 2 weeks ago, the card average sales $233. Those cards currently average $369, and this comes even with a population count of more than 10,500. This is a base card, and yeah, it's a PSA 10. It's a pretty common base card for $369. Boy, that sell sign, I see it flashing bright.
Last week, we talked about his 2018 Bowman Chrome base card. Non-refractor, non-auto, just base. Last week, we talked about before the insane game that he played, that Thursday, that PSA 10 sold for right around $1,750. That Saturday, the game after the Friday insane game, 3 home runs, 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, that game, greatest game ever played in postseason history. That card went from Thursday, $1,750, Saturday, $2,500. Okay, we talked about that. As of this morning, that same card that was last Saturday when we were on air, $2,500, sold this morning 2 times, $3,200 and $3,225. It's gone up yet another $700 since we've seen last Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're saying we won't sell you.
We will sell you in a little bit.
Okay.
But maybe not. Maybe before next Saturday.
All right. It's not as catchy, but I get it.
my chants are not. We don't need you. That's the chant that just haunts my dreams every night.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up again.
I know. It's therapy hour here every Saturday at 10 a.m. Anthony, could you tell me how many games are between now and next Saturday in the World Series? I'm going to guess 2. He'll do a little bit of research.
Probably 1, 2, 3.
Maybe
at
3.
At least 4.
No.
Yeah, because they will go.
They like to stretch these bad boys out.
Yeah, there's one today.
Yeah, and then a day off.
Oh, they're playing back to back?
Yeah, then a day off. Then they'll play the next 3 days.
Yeah, they play Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday.
So there's a possibility that we will have a World Series champion, which would probably have to be the Jays. You're telling me there's 4 games or 5 games?
They play Monday as well, sorry. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and today. So there's 5 games.
There could be, if there's a 4-game sweep one way or another, there could be a champion by next Saturday.
Yeah, either team still has a shot to win by next if Anthony's numbers are correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that puts us in a position to have final numbers possibly of Ohtani's season as far as the cards go. His stuff is insane right now. It just is really going bananas. I'm curious to see what happens to Vlad Guerrero's numbers as far as transaction volume and pricing.
Question.
Yes.
I bought a card at your shop probably last summer or early last summer. Might have been the year before, but I don't think it was. And it was a Shohei Ohtani 1983 Topps Chrome rookie refractor, and it was the 1983 style. And I got it at a great price. I got it for $50. It's probably worth more than that now. Right now.
I would say that it's worth more than that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And we had Vladdy's daddy at our expo last year.
Oh, that's right.
So that would have been a fun pickup. Not the same thing, but I just thought I'd throw that in there as a weird flex in the middle of this conversation.
I saw a video of him, and there he is with his dad, and I thought they said he was like 3 or 4, and he's like playing catch.
Oh yes.
Oh my
There's great photos of that. In fact, when we had the Vlad Guerrero senior signing with us last year, there was quite a few photos that had come in and it had Vlad Senior and Junior when Junior was 4.
He was better at 3 or 4 than some guys that I played softball with. He was amazing.
And their body styles are I think Vlad Senior was a little bit more of a fit guy now. And then, Junior's not cut, but he's fitter. Not like the 2 fielders, Cecil and Prince. Both of them were like.
Vladdy Jr. is like, one of the fielders, and Vladdy Sr. was more like Kevin Durant.
Correct. Yeah.
That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
The Slim Reaper, I don't think so, but more of a fit guy than anything else. But I would just say that I'm curious to see what happens to Toronto's numbers. And again, I have to eat crow. Last week I was like, oh, it's going to be the Mariners and the Dodgers. And you're like, you're already counting out the Blue Jays? And I go, absolutely. Meanwhile,
You don't have to eat crow, but you may have to eat some blue jay.
a few moments later, I was wrong
Nice.
as usual.
Yeah.
I just did a meme on the radio. That's from
that was
SpongeBob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, barnacles.
A few moments later.
By the way, do you have any of the SpongeBob
No.
cards?
If I get any more calls to my shop about SpongeBob, first I'm going to question you as a collector. What are you doing with your life? Because the people that are calling, they're like 35, 40 years old by tone in the ear hole when I'm listening. It's not like, hey, my kids are looking for. No, they're like, excuse me.
SpongeBob's awesome.
Do you have any SpongeBob cards? I go,
SpongeBob.
if I did, I'd mail them to you. I don't want you
Yeah.
coming into the store.
Squidward autograph? Are you kidding me?
I don't have any SpongeBob cards. True
Gary
sports
autograph?
cards.
Yeah.
We barely love to carry Pokemon.
I was going to say, yeah.
We carry Pokemon
Right.
because it does cross over.
Uh-huh.
We carry a little One Piece. I carry a little Marvel. But do I carry SpongeBob?
Why don't you is a question many of us collectors have.
A few weeks ago, maybe it was last week, you had Matt George on.
Yes.
And you guys were talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
He's a big Dungeons and Dragons fan, as is the guy sitting behind you.
The guy that's our producer?
Yes. Huge. You should have seen him. He came in to talk to Matt George during the break, and they're like, oh my goodness. I mean, they embraced, and they were crying. It was incredible.
Were they wearing the cloak of darkness and the other one had, what do they call it? Witchcraft dice? I was like, what is going on this Drive Guys show right now?
Yeah.
I just saw Ledbetter back there. Hey, what's up, Kyle?
Yeah.
Does he want to come in here?
I don't know. Ask him.
Kyle, do you want to get your butt in here? We'd love to have you
Yeah,
talk.
I think he's,
Look at
You're
him.
welcome. They're actually working on us. That's why
I think
Anthony didn't even hear some of the things we said.
I was
going
to
to
say, Kyle
Dungeons and Dragons.
Kyle was like, I wasn't really ready for it as he brings out his headphones and his hot tea so he can jump in there. We're good morning. We're talking about sports cards, your favorite topic.
Yes.
Did
he
you-
used to produce our show, did a great job.
Always has.
Yeah, and he said, I got better things to do. And of course, you hear him
And,
with
he,
Alan
and
Stiles
he's here.
every day.
And he's
Yeah.
here.
Kyle Ledbetter. And I'll tell you one thing, I'll bet you he's rooting for the Blue Jays because he's from the San Diego area and he don't care for them Dodgers.
So Kyle will often come because he's always invited
Yeah.
to our autograph signings. Are you coming today to go see Rick?
What time is it at?
Doesn't matter. Will you go? Noon.
Noon? Might not make it today.
I have to go pick up Rick after we get done here in the show. So when we get done in 13 minutes, I'm going straight to go pick up Rick.
Yeah, might not make it on time today. I'm here because I'm learning how to do the show after you guys because I might be your producer next week
Instead of Anthony?
instead of Anthony.
Thank God. I mean, did
You
hear,
said that
did
out
Anthony?
loud.
Anthony's not paying attention. He didn't hear me.
Now he is.
Very
Now he is.
busy.
He's like, what did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
What did you think, Kyle, of the chant last night from Blue Jay fans? We don't need you.
I heard you talking about that on the way in. I while Emran's girlfriend may have been spiteful, I personally have never heard that
Ex-girlfriend.
one.
X.
That's a new one for me. I love the creativity because
Yeah.
all these chants are just "Let's go" some
Right,
version
right,
of it.
yeah.
That's why I like that we do the Sacramento because like it's unique. So I like anytime someone can come
The
up with
three syllable clap chant. We don't. That's four.
There we go.
I went to school in
Actually, yeah.
Stockton Unified.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4,
3,
five.
4.
Yeah.
Yes, the famous 3-syllable Sacramento.
But you're not rooting for the Dodgers, right? Am I
Sac-
correct?
I am not rooting for the Dodgers, but as I've told you before, for my own mental health, I've stopped hate watching the Dodgers. So if the Dodgers win, I'm not going to be like some of these Padres Giants fans that are just like, "Oh my God, my night is ruined."
Yeah. That's
So-
smart. That's smart.
Let's
He's a smart young man.
get opinions on some products here. There's 2 new products that just came out that just joined Topps flagship. 25 Panini Donruss WNBA basketball hobby. $6.65 a box. That's sitting on my.
I don't know if he's a collector, but he's a big WNBA guy.
Are you a
Very
WNBA
knowledgeable.
fan?
I like to think I am.
Okay. So with Caitlin Clark being out this year, it could, or for most of the year, we saw a little bit of a drop in, I wouldn't say interest, but as far as the cards are concerned, it was, Caitlin or bust in a lot of the product. This is WNBA 2025 product, so this is going to be Paige Beckers. It's going to be, I'm trying to think who else was rookies this year.
There weren't a ton. I mean, Paige ran away with the Rookie of the
Right.
Year.
And she was great, and she sells very well in our store. If you recall, I had that big card that I sold at the National. It was a number to 10, PSA 10, triple autograph of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Beckers, all on the same one. Number to 10, gold. Incredible card. Sold it for $5,000. It was a lot of interest in that card. 2025, it only has Beckers, really, is the player of note for first year, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I think Paige kind of has not quite the same Caitlin Clark phenomenon going on, but obviously national champion in college. People have kind of known her for like 5 years now, just because like even when she was hurt, her name was
she had an ACL tear, right, in college.
Yeah, I mean, even when it was Caitlin and Angel, it's like you had Paige and Juju, and those were kind of the names people knew. So I just imagine that Paige is probably the only person who card collectors are really like, I have to try and get this rookie card because it might be worth something.
I'm going to be blasphemous here for a second.
Whoa.
Not on purpose, but Angel was to Caitlin as Magic was to Bird in that era type of thing. And I think that there was a villain, and she embraced the role, which was Angel Reese, and you had the hero, and that was Caitlin. And I don't think that there was anything like that for Paige this year.
I think you're right. But I'm curious what's going to happen when Juju Watkins gets to the WNBA.
And she's been out because she had a torn ACL as well.
She had a torn ACL. She's going back to college this year. And there's a bit of an age difference there, too. But I remember, they were it was the Elite Eight to get to the Final Four. And it was Paige against Juju. And that game was excellent. Everyone was saying,
yes,
this is going to be the next big thing in college basketball. Was Angel and Caitlin are going to leave, and now it's going to be Paige and Juju. So I'm curious if when Juju gets there, if that'll kind of be the next thing.
Did you ever get into collecting any, Whitey?
WNBA? WNBA, no. Nothing against it, I just haven't.
The Caitlin stuff is just so hot, especially when she's playing, just really hot stuff. If you don't know this, everybody, listeners, Panini had signed an exclusive agreement with the WNBA. So even though the Topps products are now, living in NBA licensing, the WNBA will continue with Panini throughout.
It's about all they got. Licensing.
Yes, as far as licensing and current players association. So then there's another product that came out. I didn't buy very much of this because I'm never a huge fan of insanely high priced product, even if it's a quality product. 2025 Panini Impeccable Football. It's 8 cards per pack. You're guaranteed
8 cards per pack or per box?
There's only 1 pack per box.
Oh, okay.
I should have said that you didn't know that. 5 or 6 autographs, including 1 rookie patch autograph and 2 or 3 base parallels. Mm-hmm. So you move those around. $1,550 for the 8 cards. So Whitey, would this be something that would ever be on your radar to buy if you had the expendable income to do that? Do you like that kind of stuff?
I would rather, going back to what we've already discussed, if I had that kind of money to spend on cards, I probably would spend it on, something graded that's more vintage or at least more reliable, more of a stable deal. Those are a great fun. But, you miss on something like that. And I haven't bought anything that expensive, but I've had some things that are, pretty upscale. And when you miss on those, it's tough.
I wouldn't call this a breaker-specific only product, but this is where you take $1,500, divide it up by 32 teams, and then sell the teams off at a fractionalized amount of $1,500, $1,600. What happens is, and the reason why this is a great breaker product is I just gave you the retail version of what that would be on my shelf. $1,550. Okay. When a breaker operates, $550.
Yeah, $499 for people listening right now, though, right?
Yeah, they just have to buy 3 times 3.
Okay.
Oh,
right.
That's even still a discount. I'd do that.
Yeah.
But when a breaker, the reason why breakers can do this is they'll take that $1,500, they'll multiply it times 1.5 times.
Yeah.
As an example. So they'll make it $2,250 and then divide it by 32 teams. And the person still goes, well, it's only $60 or $70. Why don't I give it a shot?
Mm-hmm.
But if you do the mathematics, the box now turns into $2,200. So these breakers are making money hand over fist. I'm not a breaker. I don't break. I would love to, because I would love to sell a $1,500 retail box on my shelf for $2,200. But there's some patience involved, and you have to break it online, and you have to build the audience, and then you have to ship every card that goes out. But there's only 8 cards in there. So at worst, you're sending 8 different mailing, and then 24 people are skunked, get nothing.
Right.
So
right.
That's the risk
risky.
reward.
It's risky.
That's why
high risk, high reward.
That's why I don't like selling boxes at that high level to my customers. If they want it, I can get it, but it's tough to watch that. Kyle, thank you for jumping on,
thank
dude.
You, Kyle.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Impromptu appearance.
And he dropped his WNBA knowledge like that. I got to go pick up Rick Barry.
Rick Barry's going to be at True Sports Card, so check him out today. Still have some tickets available?
Ready to come by and get your tickets, and we also have custom jerseys as well.
Nice. We'll see you there. We'll see you next week on the True Sports Card Show.
If you're hungry, Chinese restaurant right next door to the card store. Talking about True Sports Card Store, yeah. Card Store.